Welcome back, researchers and aspiring academics. Today, we're diving deep into the world of problem statements, the backbone of any solid research project. We'll be exploring how to craft a second version of your problem statement that's clearer, more focused, and packs a real punch. So, grab your notepads and let's get started. First things first, let's remind ourselves what a research problem actually is. It's not just a vague idea or a wouldn't it be nice if kind of thought. No, a research problem is a clear, concise statement about an issue that needs addressing, a condition crying out for improvement, or a question that's been bugging the academic community. It's the kind of thing that makes you sit up and say, "Hey, we really need to look into this." Now, why is getting this right so crucial? Well, your problem statement serves multiple purposes. It's like the North Star of your research journey. It introduces why your topic matters. It anchors your research questions and hypotheses. It sets the boundaries for your study, and it gives you a framework for reporting your results. In short, it's the roadmap that keeps you on track throughout your entire research process. Let's consider an example. Say you're interested in the impact of social media on teenage mental health. Your first draft might have been something like, "Social media affects teenagers' mental health." Not bad, but it's a bit vague, right? For your second version, you might refine it to, "How does daily Instagram use correlate with symptoms of anxiety and depression in high school students aged 14 to 18 in urban areas of the United States?" See how much more specific and focused that is. Now, here's a crucial test for your problem statement. The "so what" test. Imagine you're explaining your research to a skeptical colleague or a potential funder. They lean back in their chair and say, "So what? Can you answer that convincingly?" Your problem statement needs to show why your research matters, what new knowledge it might create, or how it could inform real-world practice. It's not enough to just review existing literature. You need to demonstrate that you've really thought about the implications of your work. Let's break down what makes a good problem statement. First off, clarity is key. Avoid generalizations or vague terms. Be precise about what you're studying. Your statement should be researchable. There's no point in proposing something you can't actually investigate with the resources available to you. Identify exactly what you're studying, but be careful to avoid value-laden words that might bias your research from the get-go. Include your overarching questions and key variables. Define any important concepts or terms clearly. And don't forget to articulate the scope of your study. What are its boundaries or limitations? Consider the potential for generalizability. While your study might focus on a specific group or context, think about how your findings might apply more broadly. And of course, make sure you can justify why your research is important and non-trivial. One common pitfall to avoid is using too much jargon or overly complex sentences. Your problem statement should be clear and accessible, even to someone who's not an expert in your field. And remember, you're aiming for more than just descriptive data. You want to gain a deeper understanding of your subject. Now, let's return to our example about social media and teenage mental health. A good second version of this problem statement might look something like this. Despite the widespread use of Instagram among teenagers, there's limited research on how daily engagement with this platform correlates with specific symptoms of anxiety and depression in high school students aged 14 to 18 in urban areas of the United States. This study aims to address this gap by examining the relationship between time spent on Instagram, types of content consumed, and self-reported anxiety and depression symptoms. Understanding these correlations could inform strategies for promoting healthier social media use among adolescents. and guide interventions to support teenage mental health in the digital age. See how this version addresses all the key elements we've discussed. It's clear, specific, researchable, and passes the so what test by highlighting the potential implications of the study. When you're refining your problem statement, it's helpful to think about the type of research problem you're dealing with. In the social sciences, for instance, you might be looking at a casuist problem that analyzes moral dilemmas, a difference problem that compares phenomena, a descriptive problem that explores the significance of a situation, or a relational problem that investigates relationships between variables. For a social sciences problem statement, you'll want to start with a lead-in that engages your reader. Then, declare the originality of your research. What knowledge gap are you filling? Establish your central focus and analytical boundaries. And don't forget to explain the significance and potential benefits of your study. Where do these research problems come from? They can rise from various sources. You might be testing theoretical predictions, exploring insights from other fields, or gaining real-world perspectives from practitioners. Personal experience can be a great source of inspiration. Those everyday observations or frustrations that make you think, there's got to be a better way. And of course, reviewing relevant literature can help you identify gaps, evaluate methodologies, or apply existing studies to new contexts. Remember, a good research problem should be compelling, not just to you, but to others in your field. It should support multiple perspectives, avoiding simple either or dichotomies. And crucially, it needs to be researchable. Make sure there is sufficient prior research and resources available for you to investigate your problem thoroughly. It's important to distinguish between a research problem and a research topic. A topic is something you read about, but a problem is something you investigate or solve. Your problem statement should lead to analytical questions. These can be explicitly listed or implied in your statement. Good analytical questions focus on genuine dilemmas or points of confusion, yield unexpected answers, provoke meaningful thought, highlight understudied concepts, and require complex analysis. As you refine your problem statement, be wary of common mistakes. One big one is circular reasoning, stating the problem as simply the absence of your proposed solution. For example, the problem is there's no hospital in this area doesn't cut it unless you explain the consequences and significance of that absence. Always ask yourself, does this pass the so what test? In conclusion, crafting a strong second version of your problem statement is a crucial step in your research journey. It sets the stage for your entire study, guiding your methodology, analysis, and conclusions. By following these guidelines and continually refining your statement, you'll be well on your way to conducting meaningful, impactful research. Remember, a well-defined problem is already half solved. Happy researching, everyone.